Welcome students, welcome to my next video. As we all know that we are coming to the end of this year and we are about to face the final examination. My dear students, and we are very much eager to know what are the questions which teachers might set for us in the final exam related to different topics. Now let me tell you, the final examination paper without the freedom struggle of 1857 is incomplete. So what are the possible questions that can be asked in the final exam? We are going to see in this video. We will see one by one. Now, the first question, which is very, very important and which can be asked is, what are the causes for the struggle of 1857? Answer in brief. What are the causes for the struggle of 1857? Now, my dear students, there are several causes. First and foremost is economic cause. Now, as we all know, Britishers, they introduced new revenue policy. According to the new revenue policy, they wanted to take away the wealth of India to England. So, they started extracting taxes forcibly from the farmers. As a result of this, agriculture system collapsed. In order to give taxes, the Indian farmers used to sell off goods at cheap rate to the Britishers. And the British goods in India, they enjoyed maximum profit, and the Indian goods which were taken to England as well as locally were taxed so heavily that the handicrafts and the textile industries of India was ruined. As a result, what has happened? Indian artisans became unemployed. So these are the few of the economic causes. Now we will see what are the social causes. Now when I say social causes, the Indians felt that the Britishers are interfering in the cultures and the tradition and the customs of India. Sati prohibition. We all know sati. Sati means you find the girl's husband dies, and in that same pyre she throws herself down and she kills herself. That practice was prevailing in India, which was stopped by the Britishers. They encouraged widow remarriage. This was, from the Britishers' point of view, that was correct. But according to the Indians, they felt that they were interfering in our culture, in our tradition, and they were interfering in our lifestyle. Hence, they were dissatisfied. Then we can see political causes. After 1757, Britishers took charge of many Indian states. Lord Dalhousie, he annexed various states. He removed Nawab of Ayodhya. He was dethroned on the grounds of maladministration. The princely state like Satara, Nagpur, Jhansi was annexed on the doctrine of lapse. That means if a king or a queen dies without a heir to the throne, that particular region will be captured by the Britishers. Now, my dear students, These were the economic, political, and social causes. Now, the most important cause, that is discontent among Indian soldiers. Our Indian soldiers were employed in British Army. The status given to the Indian army, Indians were very low as compared to the British officers. They could not get a post higher than a subedar. Their salaries were less. Their allowances were decreased. As a result of this, the Indians who were employed in the British Army were annoyed. They were dissatisfied. Now let us see, my dear students, the immediate cause that gave the spark to the uprising of 1857. The immediate cause was nothing but a long Enfield rifle. Now what was the speciality of this rifle? This long Enfield rifle had a cartridge which was smeared with cow and pig fat. As we all know, cow is sacred for the Hindus. They do puja. Okay, it is a sacred one. And for Muslims, pig is unholy. So they felt that this cartridge, they have to chew it before they load into the Enfield rifle. They have to load. Before loading, they have to chew it. So thus, they have hurted the religious sentiments of both Hindus and Muslims. So these are the causes of uprising of 1857 or struggle of 1857. I repeat in short, the causes for the struggle of 1857. First is economic cause, where I spoke about taxes, and they started imposing taxes on Indian goods. As a result, the industries were ruined and people were rendered unemployed. Social causes, interfering in the practice of sati and encouraging widow remarriage. Political causes, they used to annex those states on the ground of maladministration, and if that particular state is not having a heir to the throne, so those regions were taken away by the Britishers. Then discontent among Indian soldiers, and the immediate cause was that it hurted the religious sentiments of both Hindus and Muslims. So this is all about the causes. Now, my dear students, we will see now what were the causes of the failure of the struggle of 1857. Though we fought with the Britishers, but yet we failed. Now, what are the causes for the failure of the struggle of 1857? The first reason why we failed was the struggle was not comprehensive. It was like a one-man show, simple. The struggle did not take place simultaneously all over India. It was in nook and corner. The intensity and severity was more in North India, but Rajputana, Punjab, some part of Bengal and Northwest India, they remained aloof. So, they were not supporting the people who were in the North India. So as a result of this, the struggle was not comprehensive. Second, lack of central leadership. It was just like a one-man show. Everywhere, it was easy for the Britishers to, defeat the Indians, because they were coming in small pockets and in small groups. As a result, because there was no uniformity in the struggle, it was easy for the Britishers to defeat the Indians. Next is, most of the feudatory princes remained aloof. Only the common people suffered due to British rule. Similarly, the princes who were supported by the Britishers, they remained faithful to the Britishers. They did not, support the revolutionaries. As a result of this, what has happened? Because these feudal princes remained aloof, there was failure in the struggle of 1857. And then one more reason why we failed: lack of military tactics. British had economic strength, they had disciplined army, they have enough stock of arms and ammunitions, their transport and communication was there in the hand. It was, for them it was very easy to move from one place to another. We fought only based on bravery and through military strategies. As a result, the struggle of 1857 was a failure on our part. And last but not the least, international situations favorable for the Britishers. The Crimean War with Russia was just over. British won the war. They had trade relations with different countries in the world. The naval strength of the British was vast, whereas the Indian rebels were isolated. As usual, we were isolated. As a result of this, Britishers, they had a ground support from the different countries of the world. So because of this was one more reason why there was the failure of the struggle of uprising of 1857 or the struggle of 1857. Now, my dear students, there's one more question which can be asked in your final exam, that is, what is Queen's Proclamation? After the uprising, the British, they shook their foundation in India. In order to remain, or they want to continue the dominance, Queen made a proclamation. It was none other than Queen Victoria of England issued a declaration. According to the declaration, all the Indians were her subjects. All the Indians were her subjects. Henceforth, there will not be any discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, or place of birth. That was the first promise given by Queen Victoria. Second promise was government services will be given on merit. We will not, Britishers will not see whether you have taken up Christianity or no, whether you have taken up Christianity. Even if you are a Hindu or a Muslim, you will be given job based on merit. There will be no interference in religious affair. The social cause, prohibition of sati. They will not encourage widow remarriage. They made a promise. It was made clear that the British Crown will honor the treaties and agreements made by the company with the rulers of the princely states. Now, whatever the terms and conditions, the agreement, that they will not interfere in their social customs and traditions, they will honor whatever the treaties they make it. That was a promise given by the Queen. And no princely states will be annexed henceforth. If there is no heir to the throne, the Britishers will not annex the territory. So, this was the Queen's Proclamation. Now, my dear students, let me tell you there is one more important question which I would like to highlight it, is what was the changes in the British policy after struggle of 1857. Now, let me tell you that, uh, the Indians, you know, they all were united and they were ready to throw the Britishers out of India. So, what has happened, my dear students? The Britishers accepted the policy of non-interference in the social and religious aspects of India. First. Second, they saw that there will be a constant conflict on the ground of caste, religion, race, and they adopted the policy of polluting the minds of Indians by following divide and rule policy. Yes, my dear students, that was the policy adopted by the Britishers. They knew that the people, the Indians, they were fighting with each other in the name of religion, in the name of caste. So they adopted the policy of divide and rule, and that helped them to rule, continue the rule in India. So, my dear students, thus I end this video. These are the few of the important questions that can be asked by your teacher when they are, preparing the question paper. So I wish you all the best for your final exam, and see that you will come out with flying colors. Thank you. If you like the video, please do like it. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it, and also share it with others, those who are not aware of this video.